Hello, microphone check 1 2 1 2. Hello and welcome to Atomic Movie Reviews Film Society. I'm your host, Atomicon Rex. Here we discuss films that have a narrative background in aliens, ghosts, robots, and monsters. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. Okay, so I got to talk about the Congress hearing and do a little talk about my key takeaways from that hearing, and I'll just sum it up real quick. This won't be long. All right, so 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago now, Congress had their infamous UAP hearing to find out what's really going on. So this is what we got. So they found out something about Immaculate Constellation, which I think is the root word for that was Zodiac. Like, that's what was leaked, but I guess the actual name of the program is Immaculate Constellation. This is a program that scoops up all UFO or UAP related data and hides it from the government, well, from Congress, automatically. So if anybody reports something funny happening, if any military personnel reports something funny happening, they sweep it right up. The DoD is this deep state, basically the Pentagon. The Pentagon is burning through, like, I don't know. They said like $70 trillion vanishes, like they can't account for. And that's what they mean by they're not passing their audit. So basically, the Pentagon is doing their own thing. They're their own state. They're the deep state. So trillions of dollars goes to basically running this deep state that we call the Pentagon. Um, Arrow, the All Domain Resolution Offices, is part of the DoD, so they're going to put as much information out as possible. At least that's what came out in the hearing. That nobody trusts Arrow, not even the people at the hearing. I think one of the admirals or whatever, the Navy admirals, said that they tried to run an op on him like he was dumb. Basically, so he basically came out and said, like, don't trust Arrow because Arrow's part of the Pentagon. It's under the wing of the Pentagon. So Luna got on and she asked if there were interdimensional beings and what did that mean, and Louis really couldn't answer that. But then she followed up with the question and stated that could these craft be living entities themselves? And Louis basically backed off that comment and says that he can't define what what life really is. But essentially, she put it out there that these craft may be alive themselves, and so the catastrophic disclosure, or what the government doesn't want people to really, the deepest secret is this, okay, that a UFO is a halo, okay, or an angel, basically, right? Ezekiel's will, that type of thing. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about Ezekiel's will, okay? And so when they say crash retrievals and reverse engineering that, they mean dissecting an angel. That's what they mean, okay? And they're not sure how the American populace, being as religious as it is going to respond to that, and how the general world populace is going to respond to that. So that would be the whole catastrophic disclosure. I follow up with information about the angels because even Luna was like, they said that there are good and bad ones, and could you confirm that? And they confiscated from that. They said, oh, well, we don't know. Um, so she basically came out and said that people, when these things show up, okay, in people's bedrooms and hallways or whatever, and the abduction starts to take place or communication starts to take place, if they evoke some sort of religious rite or religious symbology, like these things disappear. So she asked him if Louis can confirm that. He couldn't, but then again, he didn't really try to deny it either. And then I guess the last and final question they asked, what would these entities be? And the consensus from two of the four people on the panel was that there's some form of non human higher intelligence. Whatever that means to you, that's what they are. And that there are certain things that led to them believing that. Like it could anticipate our maneuvers, basically. It could it either has control of our computer and digital infrastructure, or it has control of time and space, in which it could predict what we're going to do when we're going to do it. And then another one was that, like, when it comes to like the Navy and underwater USOs, like they stock a lot of the chips, like they're like hunting or stalking the people like living entities, like a shark would. So they're they think that they're more alive than they are um, craft that people occupy to travel through space, that beings occupy to travel through space, that they may be alive themselves. So that's basically what I got from the hearing. A couple other things that the government may not want to disclose about the UFO phenomenon and all of these things is that even like the atomic bomb, like Oppenheimer may have been in contact with the actual god Shiva, or the god of destruction, and that's how we got the atomic bomb. Like, so things like that seem like fantasy, but actually may be true. There was another hearing with the Senate, not the Congress, and that basically confirmed that Arrow is just going to keep covering up everything, and they didn't even really push him because I think the gig is up. Like, everybody knows that the Pentagon is the deep state, and Arrow ain't shit. Atomic Rex. Talk to you later. Bye.